John Cena's return is getting more and more buzz, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out the latest theory with the Bloodline, Maxxine Dupri, and more. Let's start things off with John Cena. John Cena's current day WWE schedule is nothing compared to the schedule he used to have just a few years ago. Now John Cena matches are extremely rare, and so are his appearances themselves. John Cena only had one WWE appearance in 2022, and that was on June 27th for his WWE anniversary celebration. Now back then, fans originally thought that the June 27th appearance would be the kickoff for another short little run with WWE, similar to the one Cena had in summer 21. But that unfortunately wasn't the case. It was a one-off appearance, and Cena did have a few lines about having more matches in him, but how he wasn't sure about the timing of when they would happen. Cena left the ring that night and hasn't been seen since. Another pretty crazy statistic, John Cena hasn't had a single match in the entire year of 2022, which marks the first time since before his debut where he didn't have a single match for a full calendar year. And even if you go back further, he only had one televised match in 2021, and 2020 was just the Firefly Funhouse match. So that's basically just 2 matches on WWE television within 3 years. But on the bright side, there does seem to be a confirmed timetable for John Cena's return to the ring. Another thing that Cena has missed in recent years is WrestleMania itself. He missed WrestleMania 37 and WrestleMania 38. But according to the latest reports, John Cena is expected not only to be at WrestleMania 39, but also compete in a match. So that's some great positive news there regarding John Cena's return. The only question that's left unanswered for the time being is, who is his opponent? Originally, the popular guess was Austin Theory, but due to the recent changes in WWE management and the booking changes to Theory, it no longer appears like Austin Theory is the favorite to face John Cena. There's still a lot of time before WrestleMania 39, so maybe Austin Theory could get back on track and make himself a credible opponent for John Cena again. There's some fan theories out there that Triple H is doing everything right now to Austin Theory in order to tear that Vince McMahon created version of the character, and how Triple H is building sympathy for Theory and will bring him back better than ever in his own vision. If that's the big master plan behind Triple H's recent usage of Austin Theory, then maybe that match with John Cena is still possible, but obviously it's still too early to tell. Some fans feel like John Cena should return for the Intercontinental Championship. It's the only title that John Cena has never won in his career, and the reason why he's still not a Grand Slam champion. So maybe Cena can win it all at WrestleMania, and obviously he won't be back on the road full-time to defend it, so maybe he just relinquishes it right away. It was just about giving him that title win in order for him to be a Grand Slam champion. So there's a lot of possible directions to take John Cena in, so we'll see what his WrestleMania program will turn out to be in a couple of months. WWE has been teasing and hinting at a Jey Uso related injury, and fans are running wild with an interesting theory behind that injury. Jey has had his lower hand and wrist taped up in recent weeks, with commentary even acknowledging that Jey was a little banged up. No one knows how serious this injury is or if he can really still work through it, but the fans have come up with a scenario for this injury angle that would be pretty fun to see. If Jey is hurt, if he can't go on anymore, it doesn't mean that the Usos would have to relinquish the tag team titles. The Bloodline could implement the Freebird rule, which will allow faction members to step in and defend the tag team titles. The New Day were some of the most recent superstars to use this rule. Even though there's only 2 titles, the New Day would switch and swap between their 3 members to defend their tag team titles. So, same idea here. Jey is out, but Sami Zayn could step in under the Freebird rule to act as one of the reigning and defending tag team champions with Jimmy Uso. And this whole scenario of an injured Jey watching on the sidelines as Sami Zayn has now literally taken a spot and is defending the tag team titles with his brother would just be absolutely great. That sort of situation just perfectly matches the tension between Sami and Jay right now. And just think of all the story progress that you'll be able to make from a situation like that. If Sami does something heroic and retains the tag team titles for them, everyone except Jay will be happy. Now, on the other hand, if Sami's the reason why they lose the tag team titles, Jay will be more furious than ever, and maybe the rest of the bloodline slowly starts turning on Sami Zayn as well. So in this kind of situation, Sami still can't win in Jay's eyes. No matter if Sami has success or failure under the Freebird tag teaming rule, Jay Uso is still going to be furious either way, and that could go a long way with this tension that they're currently building. And even the other way around it, if Jimmy gets written off, imagine the tension that Sami and Jay would still have as they're forced to tag with each other in order to defend the tag team titles. They wouldn't be able to mess around and argue in those little title defenses. They'll have to get serious and get things done for the sake of the bloodline and the tag team titles. In other news, Maxxine Dupri and MMM have major news going on themselves. MMM has their own mini-series airing on WWE digital platforms. It's a short series that's produced and created to look like a reality series. It'll show MMM doing something all together, and then it'll cut to one of the members giving their personal insight on what was happening. Sorta like Total Divas, Total Bellas feel to it. It's definitely a nice little mini-series because you get to see more personality from the 3 MMM members. The entire overarching story and goal of the mini-series is for MMM to find their next model, the next big addition to the group. So common sense tells us that a new model will be joining the faction around the end of this mini-series. SmackDown fans will probably end up seeing the new model eventually, but viewers of the MMM digital series will see more of the backstory and process of how this new member was added to the agency. So it's a nice little touch and a nice way to give these characters some more time to shine and tell their story, even outside of the ring. Maybe there'll be some clues and hints along the way of who Maxxine and the rest of the MMM are looking to bring into this group. As of this moment, it appears that they're only looking for a male model, but who knows? Maybe there's a twist along the way and they open the doors to some female models as well. So it's just a little series to keep your eyes on, especially for fans that want more of MMM. They'll really love this series. But what are your thoughts on all of today's stories with John Cena, The Bloodline, and MMM? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.